Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So as always, we are going to do a prediction video for the reveals. I know Adepticon is not going down, but I'm going to be calling this the Adepticon previews because it was meant for Adepticon. If you're not aware, they've more or less moved them online. They've opened their Twitch to be free to everyone now. So my bet is that they're just going to show everything via Twitch and everyone can go on there, comment, shout stuff as people normally do. So let's jump in and let's get talking about these bloody reveals. So the first thing on everyone's lips is, of course, what new models are going to be revealed. And as you've already guessed in the background, with a blurry image, I'm still going to be talking about this. Yes, because I think that this is going to be revealed at Adepticon. This was like leaked now. Was it January? I think it was like the start of this year, and we all expected it was going to be shown off at certain events and stuff, and it never happened. Even when I asked the actual developers themselves about it, I just got like a little laugh from them, like, oh, you know, we can't really say anything, situation thing, which I thought was, you know, funny. It was a great day out of that. But I definitely think this is real. Actually, I know 100% this is real because the chap who gave me the Ragnar Blackmane information with his stats and stuff like that, which again I put videos out way back, he confirmed that this was from a playtester's PDF, and that's where the leak actually came from. Someone put it online actually from that. I don't know why they made it so blur. Maybe it was an intentional blur, but what we can see from that is definitely a land speeder of some sorts. I don't know what the arsenal of weapons is going to be on that land speeder, and the main thing as well, in the background you see bikers there, Primaris bikers, may I add, which gives us a brand new option when it comes to the fast attack support. What I think this will be is what we got with the Vanguard Marines and that kind of like deploying in front of your force type of armor and setup that we got with a big Primaris influx of new models. I think this is just going to be the same but more dedicated to the fast attack options, like I said, where you will have bikers, land speeders. Maybe there's more stuff that we haven't seen, maybe a new variant type of jump pack or something. I know the only thing we have now at the moment is suppressors and interceptors. Maybe they'll actually put down the suppressors as a multi-part kit because they are still not out as that kit yet, so maybe this is what they're waiting for, to actually drop that along with these new models, a part of that brand new, you know, influx of Primaris stuff. So I'm very, very eagerly awaiting to see what they do with that. Fingers crossed that this is the event that they reveal it. Again, I'm a huge Primaris fan, so if any Primaris models get shown off, I'm definitely going to be squealing like a little girl. I just absolutely cannot wait. And of course, Psychic Awakening is definitely going to be on the cards. Now, Engine War is the next book that's supposed to be coming out next month. I'm actually not too sure now if their schedule is going to change in any way, because of course with the coronavirus and shutting things down, I know that GW prints a lot of their books and stuff actually from China and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure if that's going to hinder them, and you know, maybe Engine War will be delayed in some type of way. Maybe, you know, I'm sure if that is the case, GW will let us know as soon as possible. But when it comes to Engine War, we've more or less had look into those models with the new Mechanica stuff. I think they're definitely going to be attached to the Engine War book. I don't expect anything new from there. Well, I say I don't expect anything new. I definitely expect like a HQ type of character. What that character or who that character may be, absolutely no idea. We know in Engine War it's going to be Chaos Knights, Demons, and the Adeptus Mechanicus. So, you know, you've got 4 factions there to choose from. I don't think they'll do like a HQ Knight or anything like that, so I think the Knights are out of the way. It's either going to be a Demon, or it's going to be something to do with the Mechanicus. I would actually favour something to do with the Chaos Demons because, as I stated, we are getting so much stuff for the Mechanicus. You know, the new flying troops, the actual new flyer, the mechanical horse people things. So it would make sense really for the Chaos Demons to actually get some love in this book and have like a brand new awesome looking Chaos, you know, Lord Demon model, whatever you bloody that they have. Again, I have absolutely no idea what it could be. Is it going to be like a bloodthirster, or you know, a bloodletter, you know, one of those type of demons? absolutely no idea. I'll let you chaps decide that and what you think Chaos Demons need. And also on the Psychic Awakening, that's really coming to an end. Now, again, we just mentioned Engine War is the next one. After that, we literally have no idea. Of course, a War of the Spider, I think we're all calling it now, with Fabius Bile that got previewed, so he's definitely going to be a HQ model releasing with his book. Who's he going to be going against? I would bet that it's Harlequins in some type of manner, because the Harlequins are always around Fabius in his story. They're doing something, you know, on the stage, or like the performing what they bloody do, the weirdos. So they're definitely involved with Fabius. So I definitely wager that they're going to be involved in his book. When it's down to the Custodes, the Death Guard, absolutely no idea. Well, we do know that it's not going to be Custodes anymore. It's going to be called Talons of the Emperor, where the Sisters of Silence and the Custodes both join forces, one more, and reform to become the Talons of the Emperor, which, to be fair, should have happened right from the start, because I've always said Custodes without Sisters and Sisters without Custodes, they just... It just has to happen, because that is how awesome they are together. And just to finish off on the Psychic Awakening, don't forget that we've only got a few books left now, so this leads on to the next point, is what is next for the whole narrative sense for Warhammer 40,000. I know we had Vigilus, then we had Psychic Awakening. What is the next chug of books got to be? Is it going to be after the Psychic Awakening? Are we still going to be in the Psychic Awakening but visiting in different planets and stuff? Now, I personally think this is going to lead into the big discussion, what everyone's been talking about, is a new edition for Warhammer 40,000. When I say new edition, I'm in the viewpoint that it's going to be an 8.5. I don't think we're going to see something like from 7th to 8th, where it was a whole brand new game and you have to learn to play it again. I think what they're going to do is they're going to take 8th edition and they're just going to fix it in certain areas and make it better, make it a lot more smoother, because I personally think 8th edition is in a good place. Yes, I'm not a tournament player, I can't really argue on that type of level, but when I play 8th edition, it's easy to play, it's fun to play, and I enjoy it. So for me, if they do go down that road of what people have been discussing about the 8.5 and just fixing it in certain areas, I'd definitely be pleased. If they scrap the whole system and make it like a brand new system, I really don't know how to feel. Maybe they'll scrap it and, you know, make a better type of game. We can't really talk about something that we absolutely have no idea about really at the moment in time, but I definitely do think a new edition is coming, and I think that was probably going to be one of the biggest reveals at Adepticon, which of course will be moving on to the Twitch, or how they bloody reveal it on the Warhammer community site. Now, of course, there's a ton more stuff to talk about when it comes to specialist games. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of love for specialist games, Necromunda, Aeronautica, all the rest of the bloody ones. I actually really hope, but this is more like just my wish list really now, is that GW announced Battlefleet Gothic and they bring that back. I never got to play Battlefleet Gothic back in the day, and I've heard it was an absolute fantastic game to play. It was really fun. I'm a huge fan of naval conflicts and stuff. That's why one of the massive reasons I love Imperial Fist. They were like the masters of naval warfare. And to never get to play that, and for them to bring it back with like all fancy shiny new models and stuff. Imagine if they like give you the phalanx, just takes up the whole table, be hilarious. I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. I've been really looking into getting into Aeronautica, but I haven't really made that jump. I think if they definitely announce Battlefleet Gothic, I would just sell my soul to play that game, because as I stated, I absolutely love naval engagements. And another massive thing is the media side to GW. I think this was going to take up most of the event, to be completely honest. Of course, we're going to get all the glorious reveals, but I definitely think they were going to show off some footage of some of their new films. That new Blood Angel one, well, we do know it's like I think it's like a 12-part series, if I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking maybe they'd show off like the first episode to you chaps who's going to attend Adepticon. Maybe they won't do that now over on Twitch, because of course maybe they'll just want to release it on doing like a normal release, maybe on their YouTube channel or something like that. But all in all, I definitely think that was going to be like one of the big things to show off. Of course, we haven't heard much from Eisenhorn, and last time we heard of Eisenhorn, it was in pre-production. We have this new 40k animation show, which a lot of people are comparing to this thing called, I think was it Bad Robots on Netflix or something, where it kind of looks at all the different aspects to 40k. Like one day it could be an episode about an Imperial Guard, and like the next episode it could be about, you know, the Eldar and their fall and stuff like that. So it incorporates everything and shows off all the different aspects of 40k instead of focusing on like one set of characters. And there's another thing as well, is the comics. For those of you who remember, about, what is it, 6 to 8 months ago, they announced that they're going to be in a partnership with Marvel, and we haven't heard anything about that at all. So I was wondering maybe if that could actually be on show, maybe show off a couple of pages, maybe announce what the actual series is going to be dedicated to. Is it going to be like a comics set in the Horus Heresy? Is it going to be in the end, well, I was going to say end times, no, not the end times, the Psychic Awakening where we are now, or is it going to be somewhere in between that, because there's 10,000 years to play around with. I really hope that it actually goes back in time, not to the Horus Heresy, but after the Horus is somewhere in between then and now, and just tell a story from back then, because there's so much tales to tell from 40k. There's so much stuff that's happened in the last 10,000 years since the Emperor was put on the Golden Throne. There's so much story to tell. I'd hate it to be just what's happening now, because we know what's happening now. I'd rather go back and learn new stories, new characters, and that kind of stuff. Now, I have to end the video talking about something which I always talk about when it comes to event reveals. Brace yourself, brothers. We're going down the rabbit hole. We're doing it. We're doing it. Get your spade, get your shovels, get everything you want. We're going down it. What if this is the event where they tease another Primarch returning? Now, we have so much stuff to talk about Primarchs. I've made so many videos about them, but you've got the endless of all the demonic Primarchs who can come back beside Horus and Kurz, since they are definitely dead. Actually, no one's really dead, since Fabius can clone everyone, let's say. And then you've got all the Loyalist Primarchs, which can come back. And of course, everyone's lips is the Lion, Lehman Russ, Rogel Dawn Lives, how dare you, Jagatai Khan, you've got Korax. It's just the list is a big list, and I'm sure we all have our own little reasons why a certain Primarch should come back. But I think this could be an event where we actually, get teased like something's coming, because if the new edition does come, it would be a perfect time to introduce a new Primarch into the fold. Someone else is coming, that's moving the story a bit forward. Again, it could be a loyalist or it could be a traitor. Me, as a loyalist, I would love it to be a loyalist, but if it is a traitor, I really wouldn't mind, just as we get more Primarchs back, and that means more Primarchs for me to smash on the tabletop if they're traitor, and if they come back as a loyalist, then it's another brother in arms for me to purge with, and I'll just lose myself as I normally do, because Primarchs are absolutely amazing. Alright, Chaprunios, that is me done for another video. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching as always. Leave your thoughts and predictions down in the chat, what you think is going to be revealed at these well, that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it the Adepticon reveals, because that's what they meant for the Adepticon. So yeah, what do you think is going to be revealed? What are you hoping for? Are you hoping for like any cool type of games, maybe something to do with Necromunda, Aeronautica, certain armies added to them, or maybe are you just waiting for this like new edition which has been rumored now for how bloody long? Leave it down below. I'll have a nice little chat as always down there, and yeah, let's just enjoy ourselves. See you in a bit. Thank you for coming. See you now, and bye bye.